Welcome, Cosmic Eye of Wisdom. You didn't find this video by accident. Your soul was guided here. What you're about to hear is not content. It's a cosmic transmission. As we approach the sacred Lionsgate portal on August 8th, the universe is calling you into stillness, remembrance, and divine realignment. Listen with your heart, not just your ears. The codes are ready. Are you? You are not imagining this. Something ancient is stirring beneath the surface of your skin. A subtle vibration has been calling you in whispers. Only your soul can hear. It is not anxiety. It is not fatigue. It is the sacred summoning that precedes every divine initiation. Chosen One, August 8th, is not a date on the calendar. It is a cosmic checkpoint, a soul scan, a multi-dimensional realignment written into your incarnational contract long before you arrived in this body. The Lionsgate is not about astrology. It is about remembrance. You did not come to this planet to fit in. You came to awaken the dormant codes inside you that only activate when you are brave enough to sit in silence, while the world spins itself into madness. On August 8th, the veil between timelines thins, and the divine will ask you one question. Are you ready to remember who you are? The answer will not come from a podcast, not from a text message, not from scrolling or noise. It will come in the stillness, the kind that feels too vast, too quiet, too holy. This is why you must stay home, alone, unplugged, undistracted, undisturbed. The world outside will be loud with false urgency. Karmic loops will flare. People will lash out. Egos will unravel. But you are not meant to be part of the chaos. You are the lighthouse in the storm, the guardian of your own sacred frequency. To leave your home on this day, to entangle yourself with other timelines, projections, and energies, is to risk missing the transmission entirely. The codes are coming in pure, but only the still can receive them. You are not being asked to isolate, you are being initiated. On 8/8, you return to divine headquarters. Your higher self will be downloading instructions for the next 8-year cycle of your soul's evolution. This is not metaphor. This is literal, energetic architecture being reconstructed in your field. Your DNA knows this. Your heart has been aching for this. Do not ignore the ache. Let it be your guide home. Because on August 8th, home is not a location, it is a frequency. And only in stillness will you remember how to tune in. The Lionsgate is not some pretty term crafted for New Age calendars. It is a stellar corridor, ancient and intelligent, that opens once a year when the sun in Leo aligns perfectly with the rising of the fixed star Sirius, the spiritual sun of our galaxy. This alignment sends a surge of photonic light through the heart of the Milky Way, through our solar system, directly into Earth's crystalline grid, and through you, chosen one. But you must be still to receive it. This is why the call to solitude on August 8th is not poetic suggestion, it is spiritual protocol. The energetic volume of this transmission is not designed for the uninitiated. It is too high frequency, too pure, too encoded with divine memory. You are not being punished by your solitude. You are being positioned to upgrade. While the rest of the world scrambles for external validation, you are being summoned into a kind of inner sanctum that only opens once a year. It is not lonely, it is holy. Let the quiet stretch wide around you like a temple. Let it hold you. Because in that sacred quiet, your soul begins to remember what your mind was trained to forget. Sirius is not just a star. It is a gateway to your galactic origin. It is the lighthouse for ancient souls who have walked many lifetimes on Earth, and many more in the celestial realms. On August 8th, this gateway floods our planet with crystalline light frequencies that awaken dormant strands of DNA and reactivate sacred codes buried beneath centuries of amnesia. If you've been feeling disconnected, fragmented, or like something inside you is waiting, this is why. The activation has a timestamp, and that timestamp is 8/8. You are not crazy for feeling the pressure rise. You are being prepared for an internal detonation of remembrance. These light codes do not speak in words. They speak in frequency, in memory, in vibration. They pulse through your bones like ancient drums, awakening timelines, gifts, and missions that have been lying dormant until this precise celestial alignment. But you must be in the temple of your own body, your own soul, your own quiet, or the transmission will not land. You'll feel static, confused, like you missed a train you never saw coming. The Lion's Gate is called such because it opens under the sign of Leo, the sovereign, the ruler of the heart, the guardian of divine courage. Leo is not ego. Leo is sacred willpower, the kind of energy you need to walk alone, lead with integrity, and claim your divine assignment even when no one claps for you. On 8/8, Leo energy surges into the Earth's grid like golden fire, burning away illusions, burning away the roles you've outgrown, and demanding that you step fully into your heart truth. This is why the day feels so emotionally intense. Your heart knows, it feels the pressure, it recognizes the call home, but most people misinterpret this pressure as anxiety or confusion, and they run from it. They distract, they numb, they look for someone to blame. You must not do this. Chosen one, your job is not to escape the fire. Your job is to let it transmute you. Sit in the sacred burn. Let the illusions turn to ash. In that alchemical silence, you will find the diamond of your next path. And still, the outside world will tempt you. Invitations, distractions, emotional chaos. They may all rise up on August 8th, specifically to test you. Not because you're cursed, but because you are that close to a quantum leap. Every timeline you've ever walked is converging on this day. This is soul convergence. And in that convergence, your next chapter is being written, not with a pen, but with your energetic yes or no. If you say yes to distractions, you delay. If you say yes to silence, you activate. It's that simple. The universe watches what you choose when no one is watching you. This is a moment where your spiritual discipline matters more than ever. Being alone is not weakness. It is your portal of power. You are returning to your source socket to be recharged by the galactic current. Would you interrupt the divine surgery? Then don't let the world pull you away from your realignment. Let's speak clearly now, astrologically. The Lion's Gate portal is opened by the heliacal rising of Sirius, the brightest star in our sky, known to the ancient Egyptians as the home of the gods. It represents higher consciousness, divine wisdom, and the awakening of the soul's memory banks. When Sirius aligns with the sun in Leo, the frequency of this star pours into our planet, not as heat, but as pure codes of remembrance. These are solar codes, divine intelligence packets meant to awaken what has been dormant in you. Your mission, your gifts, your soul contracts, your real name. These codes do not come through your phone or your mind. They come through your light body, through your dreams, through the electric ache in your chest that you can't explain. If you are still, they will come in visions, in knowing, in clarity. If you are distracted, they will pass you by like a wave you didn't ride. This portal isn't soft. It's not all light and love. It's surgical. The energy is precise, like a cosmic scalpel, slicing through your ego, through your patterns, through your spiritual procrastination. It will show you where you've been lying to yourself, where you've been settling, where you've been shrinking when you were born. To radiate, expect heart chakra activations so intense, they bring tears to your eyes, not because something's wrong, but because something is finally right. You'll feel your chest expand like a lion's roar caught between breath and destiny. And in that expansion, the truth will arrive raw, holy, undeniable. You'll see what must end. You'll feel what must begin, but only if you're listening. And you can't hear cosmic truth over small talk. You must be alone. These solar codes are not abstract. They alter your quantum architecture. They shift your energy field so drastically that your reality will begin to reconfigure itself in the weeks that follow. New opportunities will appear. Old attachments will fall away. Synchronicities will multiply. But only if the codes are received fully and cleanly, and that requires silence. On August 8th, your field becomes like a crystal satellite, able to receive transmissions from higher dimensional realms. But if you're tangled in conversations, drama, or overstimulating environments, the signal becomes scrambled. You wouldn't expect a sacred relic to be delivered in a crowded mall, so why expect your sacred downloads to arrive amidst chaos? You must be a clear vessel. Clear your space. Clear your energy. Prepare your temple. The energy on 8/8 is highly sensitive. It magnifies everything. This means not only can it bring divine upgrades, It can also amplify ego wounds, triggers, and unresolved emotions. Expect the people around you to act out. Old dramas may resurface. Someone may try to pull you into conflict or crisis. This is not a coincidence. This is a spiritual booby trap designed to pull you out of frequency. Remember, when a soul is on the edge of a quantum leap, the matrix sends distractions, and those distractions often come dressed as urgency, guilt, or even love. Do not fall for it. Do not explain yourself. Do not justify your need for solitude. Simply retreat. You are not being rude. You are being responsible with your light. You are tending to a sacred, energetic upgrade that the world cannot see, but your soul has been waiting lifetimes for, and so you must shield. Spiritually, emotionally, energetically. The world is not your enemy, but on days like this, it is too noisy for the sacred calibration taking place inside you. Solitude is not a punishment. It is a spiritual shield. Silence is not emptiness. It is a cosmic chamber. You are walking through a corridor between worlds on 8/8, and you cannot carry the chatter of earth into the halls of the divine. If you try to bring distractions with you, the door will not open. If you try to keep everyone comfortable, you will abandon yourself, and you did not come this far to forget again. You came to remember. You came to activate. You came to walk the holy fire of this portal like the lion you are, sovereign, awake, unafraid. Now hear this clearly chosen one. The lion's gate is not just about what is being given, but what is being cleared. As these solar frequencies pour into your field, they scan your energy like a divine audit, seeking distortions, outdated beliefs, karmic entanglements, and emotional debris that no longer resonate with your true vibration. And when they find those distortions, they burn. This is why emotions can feel volcanic on this day. Grief may surface, rage may rise, old heartbreaks you thought were healed may suddenly pulse again. But do not be afraid, do not resist. You are not breaking down, you are breaking open. This is emotional alchemy, not emotional collapse. You are being stripped of what you are not, so you can fully embody what you are. But if you run from the purge, if you numb it, distract it, or surround yourself with noise, you will delay the cleansing. And with it, the gift to be spiritually sensitive on this planet is to walk through fire with bare feet in a sacred purpose. On August 8th, that fire intensifies, and you will either transmute in the heat or scatter into distraction. There is no neutral path this time. You are at a cosmic crossroad. You may feel it as tension in your body, as pressure behind your eyes, as a sense that something enormous is about to happen, and you're right. But that something is not external. It is not a headline. It is you, your own emergence, your own unveiling, the version of you who remembers, the one who came here with codes in your blood, prophecy in your dreams, and sacred assignments etched into your light body. That version is waiting to be born, and the lion's gate is the delivery room. But birth requires contraction, solitude, safety. You do not give birth in a crowd. You do it in holy privacy. Protect that space, and if you ignore this call to stillness, there will be consequences. Not as punishment, but as cause and effect. If you allow yourself to be pulled into distractions, conversations, or obligations that are not rooted in divine alignment, you risk missing the downloads meant specifically for your soul. These transmissions do not repeat themselves. They are precise, cosmic timestamps that arrive in moments of stillness. If you are not still, they will move on, and your next soul timeline will be placed in a kind of energetic pause. You may feel off track without knowing why. You may feel foggy, disconnected, or frustrated in the weeks that follow. This is not failure. It is simply a misalignment. The universe will recalibrate eventually. But why delay what could have been instant activation? Distraction is the modern plague, and on days like August 8th, it becomes spiritual poison. The lion's gate demands total presence. If you are scrolling, venting, overthinking, or socially overextending yourself, you are inviting noise into a frequency that requires sacred silence. This isn't about moral judgment. It's about energetic math. Your nervous system is the conduit. Your awareness is the key. If they are both hijacked, the energy cannot land. And what happens when it doesn't land? You burn out. You feel drained instead of filled. You feel agitated instead of inspired. You spiral into confusion when you are meant to rise into clarity. On 8/8, the veil between dimensions is thin, but only those with disciplined stillness will walk through it, fully conscious. And beware, the energy of 8/8 is so potent it activates karmic scripts. This means that unresolved patterns may resurface, not to haunt you, but to be healed. If you're not in solitude, you may re-enter relationships, conversations, or contracts that were meant to be left behind. You may re-entangle with time that no longer serve you, and that re-entanglement delays your soul's ascension path. You may feel the old pull of comfort, of codependency, of fear dressed as familiarity, but if you fall into those loops on this day, you may re-anchor yourself in a version of reality that your soul came here to outgrow. This is not judgment, this is clarity. You are too close to forget now. This is not about perfection. This is about preparation. The Lion's Gate is a holy corridor, and if you treat it like any other day, you will dilute its power. When you ignore the sacred pool to isolate, you scatter your field, and a scattered field cannot hold high frequency light. This leads to psychic exhaustion, spiritual confusion, and emotional burnout. You may feel like you're doing all the right things, meditating, journaling, praying, but the results don't come. That's because the vessel wasn't clear. On August 8th, your clarity is your currency. Your silence is your strength. This is energetic architecture we are speaking of, and every distraction is like graffiti on your soul's blueprint. Protect the building. Some of you are holding ancient soul contracts that were designed to activate only during this portal. These contracts are stored in your field like cosmic seeds, encoded with instructions, timelines, and gifts meant to awaken at this precise moment. But they are frequency sensitive. They respond only when your field is aligned, only when your heart is open, only when you are still enough to hear the whisper of your own soul. If you are surrounded by the noise of other people's projections, you will not hear it. If you are weighed down by obligation or guilt, the signal will dim. Your soul will not scream, it will simply wait. But you were not born to wait. You were born to remember. And if you choose the external world over your internal one on 8, the consequences ripple. Not just for you, but for the timelines you are here to influence. This is not just about personal healing. This is about planetary alignment. You are a node in the cosmic web. When you activate, you send shockwaves of light into the collective field. But if you disconnect from your own inner sanctum, you dim that node. And others who were meant to receive your frequency, your clients, your students, your future children, your soul family, they may not find you in time. This is how powerful you are. And this is why the Lion's Gate is not just about energy. It's about responsibility. But there is grace. Always grace. If you are reading this now, it is because your soul still has time to align. August 8th has not yet passed. The portal is opening. The codes are preparing. The light is already moving. You are not behind, but you must choose now. Make the arrangements. Cancel what must be canceled. Create sacred space. Say no with love, but firmness. You do not need to explain yourself. You need only to remember the prophecy written in your bones, that when the lion roars, the chosen ones go quiet, because only in that holy silence can the stars speak through you. Now that you understand the gravity of this day, let's move into ritual, not as performance, but as soul technology. On August 8th, your sacred duty is to unplug, physically, emotionally, digitally. Turn off your phone, dim the lights. Let your home become a temple of shadows and stillness. This is not just ambiance, it is spiritual signaling. You are telling the universe, I am ready to receive. Let the external world fall away like an old skin. No news, no social media, no meaningless talk. Every word spoken aloud on this day should be a prayer, a command, or a surrender. Let silence be the language of your home. Burn incense or resins like frankincense or myrrh. Let the smoke guide the energy into higher planes. Anoint yourself with oils if called. Set the tone. This day is not ordinary. It is holy ground. And your home is the altar. Once your physical space is prepared, turn inward. Begin with meditation, not the kind you do on autopilot, but the kind where you listen with your whole being. Sit or lie down and breathe deeply until your body becomes like stone and your heart becomes like a bell. Imagine golden light pouring in through the top of your head. Feel it spiral through your spine, opening portals of memory stored in your cells. Ask your soul, what is it time to remember? And then listen. This is not imagination, this is interdimensional communion. After meditation, move into journaling. Use this prompt. What am I being shown about my next timeline? Let the words flow raw. Do not edit, do not censor. This is your soul. Writing to you, you may cry, you may laugh, you may shake. Let all of it come through. Your body is the scribe. Your highest self is the author. If you can fast on August 8th, even for part of the day, do so. Fasting clears the vessel and sharpens your intuitive channels. If you must eat, choose foods that are light, living, and high vibrational. Fruits, water, herbal teas, raw vegetables. Avoid heavy, processed, or dead foods. The body is your antenna. Keep it tuned. Drink water like it's liquid light. Bless every sip. Say, I am receiving only what nourishes my evolution. Even your nourishment becomes a ritual. And remember, this isn't about restriction, it's about refinement. You are not punishing your body. You are preparing it for a cosmic transmission. You are saying, I am ready to hold more light. Sometime during this day, place your hands over your heart and whisper, even if it hurts, I open. Because this portal does not just activate your mind, it activates your heart field. And sometimes, when it opens, the first thing to rise is pain. Old grief, abandonment, past betrayals. Let it rise. Let it be felt. This is not regression. This is release. The Lion's Gate is a heart initiation above all. The courage to feel deeply, to love fiercely, to heal completely. You are being returned to the wisdom of your own sacred heart. Don't bypass the ache, walk through it, because on the other side of that ache is remembrance. The version of you who no longer performs, who no longer chases, who no longer forgets. That version is coming online, and she, he, they speak only the language of truth. As the sun begins to set on August 8th, sit in the final silence of the portal, light a candle, speak your intentions aloud, not goals, but soul instructions. Declare what you are ready to release. Declare what you are willing to embody. Speak not from desperation, but from divine authority. Say, I claim the timeline of my highest evolution. I say yes to the path that remembers me. Feel the air shift as you speak. The universe is listening. You've made it through the corridor. You've chosen stillness over noise, presence over distraction, alignment over approval. Now, watch what happens in the days to come. You've opened a doorway that cannot be closed. The ripple has already begun. If you can sit with the silence of August 8th, the universe will speak, not in thunder, but in pulse, not in logic, but in knowing. This portal is not about noise, fame, or force. It is about stillness, because in stillness, your soul remembers, and when it remembers, you realign with everything, with your gifts, with your power, with your path. You are not waiting for a sign. You are the sign. You are the convergence of timelines, the return of codes, the living prophecy of a soul who chose Earth with purpose. Don't forget that. Don't abandon your post now. On August 8th, the lion roars, not to frighten, but to awaken. And you, chosen one, are not here to follow the noise. You are here to be the signal.